Just getting ready here. How is everyone? Great. We're gonna get this live on Facebook too. And let's have everyone join us on Facebook. And we're gonna say getting control of our stress, right? Because it tends to control us. And we don't want that. So we want to be able to control our stress. All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, some places, and good evening to others. Thank you for joining me here again on this Wednesday. And as usual, the Wednesdays gathering with you are to get together and learn some strategies and tips for feeling good and looking good. So welcome, superstars. And sorry about that, I had a little glitch. Welcome, superstars, on this Wednesday. And I am so excited to come to you again and talk about feeling good and looking good naturally without thinking about it. Because gosh, we have enough to think about, right? Which leads me to my topic of stress and stress management. In the last few days, I'm sure just like you're feeling stressed, and anyone you talk to is feeling stressed. That is the topic. And I've had people say, oh my gosh, I have all this in my house that's in disorder, and my spouse is going through things, and then someone else had said, hey, I'm doing my best, but I'm just waking up grumpy. And I realized really what was contributing to being grumpy. And I want you to have compassion and empathy for all the variables that are going on all the time that contribute to stress. And are you stacking the things that build and feed stress? And we don't want to feed the stress. It's an unwelcome guest, right? And we're all hit with diagnosis, with labels, and we all manage so many important roles in our lives. And years ago, I didn't even realize I was under such extreme stress, and it was bringing me down. And I loved all the roles I had. I was pillar of the community and super mom and dance mom and tennis mom and taking care of my elderly mother. And I was a sister and a daughter and a wife, right? And I loved each of those roles, but each one, as we all have, is very demanding of our time and energy. So today I just want to share with you how you can use your time and energy to feed yourself well and not with the things that bring you down. And stress is created by us, everyone. It's not anything that we get or are given. It's created by us. Now, that could sound like a huge responsibility, but isn't it great to know that you're in 100% control of the stress and how you're taking it on? So I'm going to really make this simple today. And I'm going to share with you, as I did, someone near and dear to my heart yesterday who was just going 10 different directions. And the key is take one thing, just one thing. So she was looking at her home. Everything was in disarray. She had the responsibilities and the stress, if you will, from other members in her house, what they were going through. And I said, okay, what is the first thing that hits you? Because it's everything you're thinking that creates the stress. And what you're thinking is derived from all your senses. Maybe you're eating something and you're feeling guilty. Maybe you're seeing something and it's a mess. It's not the way you want it to be. Maybe you're hearing something that creates a stress and anxiety. So all these senses bring things in that we're absorbing. And I encourage you to think about the one that's in front of you right now. And ask yourself, why am I stressed about this situation, this experience, this what's going on right now? And what is one thing I can do about it? And that is very, very important, because when we're stressed, when we see, hear, touch, feel, eat something that causes a stressful feeling, then we're pretty much in automatic mode to think about everything else that will validate that feeling. So what I encourage you to do is to start not stacking, okay? We're going to take one thing and say, okay, if I'm visually seeing things that I don't like, then what is the one thing I can do about it? And does it need to be a priority right now? Or can I approach whatever it is later? And use your time and energy in the things that need to be dealt with right now, that is a true priority, and take control of it so that we can bring down that stress. So it is all up to you. And I would love to talk to you about this, because I know when you're in a very stressful state, sometimes things don't even make sense. So I'd like you to book a complimentary session with me, and let's just chat about this, and we'll have a breakthrough strategy for you during that call. So go to ElaineNolt.com and book your complimentary session with me. And let's cut down the stress, because stress is a silent killer. And the more you absorb and the more you allow to grow, it will create things that cause you to not feel good and not look good. And we want our time and energy to benefit our health, right? So just simple steps. So book a complimentary session with me, or just comment below and say, hey, what about this? This is where I get caught. This is my biggest obstacle. This is where I can't see clearly. And I'd love to hear your comment, because anyone that comments helps other people, right? So let's create a community and share our stresses and share how tips can be used to your benefit, to your advantage, okay? So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have an aha out of this. But again, just right now, think of something that is causing anxiety and stress, and can you do something about it right now? And if so, do it in your favor. And if not, empathize and have compassion with yourself and say, I'll deal with it later. It's okay. All right. Elaine with Elaine's Transitional Coaching, and I'd love to hear from you. And thank you for joining me this morning. Talk to you soon. Thank you.